What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to try and do my first guitar lesson, so go easy on me. I'm going to try and teach you Yesterday by the Beatles. I'll show you a bit of it now and then afterwards I'll try and teach you. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is tune your guitar down. I've seen covers on YouTube of people playing it in standard tuning with an F chord, but that's not right. You need to tune the guitar down so that when you play an open G chord, it will sound like that F for standard tuning, but you're tuned down. So I'll just go for each string now. This is what your tuning needs to sound like. Okay, so when you play an open G chord now, it should sound like this. We'll start with an open G chord, down once with your thumb, up 3 with your finger. And with the coming up of your finger, first finger, sorry, you don't really need to worry too much about how many strings you catch. You're just sort of brushing through them. G chord, bass note on the low E string, and it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That, and then the vocals come in. With the first bar of the vocals, you do exactly what you just did, so yesterday. But then for the second part of the vocals, you do exactly what you just did, but instead of coming up 3 times on your first finger, it's just twice on the second one, that is. So, yesterday. And then your next chord you're going to is an F sharp minor. Some people do an F sharp minor 7th, or F sharp minor is fine. They both sound very similar. So whichever you're most comfortable with, that's fine. But for this lesson, we'll go F sharp minor. But yeah, to get to the F sharp minor, there's a note that separates you from the G to the F sharp minor, which is just an open low E string. So it'll go. And then up 3 for the next bit. And then the next chord is a B7. For your bass note on the B7, it's going to be the A string this time, because that's your root note for the B7. And then the next bit is sort of like the next section, so we'll just get this bit nailed first. I'll play through it again slowly, so from the start. Okay, so going to the next part, it's not really like chords, it's more like a rundown. You're going to start with your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and that's your bass note as well. And you're just going to play an open string on coming up, so down 1, up 3 for the first part. And for the second part, well, for the next 2 parts, you're going to go down 1 and up 1, because it's the rundown part. So first one is like that, and then repeat it, but with just down 1 and up 1, And then the next one, you can take that finger off now, and it's just going to be open guitar. Same bass note though, so still the D string, but just open. Down one, up one. And then the next part, you've got to get your third finger on the third fret of the A string, and the second finger on the second fret of the D string, and then back to the normal strumming pattern, so down one, up three. And your bass note is going to be the second string down, which is the A string. Okay, so from the first part. And then you're going to go to a D7. Bass note is going to be the third string down, the D string. Then you go back to your G. Again, this is all down and up three. And then here's another rundown. Down one, up one. I'll just come closer for that bit, sorry. So, does that make sense? And then into an E minor. Again, these two fingers can stay here the whole time, so. You go back to the three strum part there, three upwards there, and then A chord, bass note is the second string down, the A string. And then the next bit is just, you sort of play openly, just whilst you change into the next chord. It's sort of how he plays it, I think. So, oh, C, just one sort of strum of the C, bass note, second string down, the root note, A string, and just play the first finger at the same time, and then G twice, both at the same time. So bass note and then brush up at the same time twice. So we'll go from the start of the singing, just to get up to where we are. Try playing along if you can. So we'll go now. Yesterday, all my trouble things. Then the next bit is when all the strings come in. In yesterday, you do three there. That's like the entrance to the start of the second verse. Suddenly, and then you're pretty much repeating what you did. And that, but it's slightly different with the sort of the bass notes. So instead of doing the open E to go to F sharp minor, you're gonna go, just do another G note. So that's the third fret. So suddenly, so that's a bit of a quicker change. And then to go to the B7, he does a little bass note here as well on the F sharp minor. So it's like, suddenly I'm not half the man. So I'm not half used to be. There's a shadow. So that's the first two verses. The next bit is why she had to go. So that is F sharp minor, same again, bass note, and the bass note for the B7 is the A string. This bit's like a little sort of movement again, not really chords. So you pluck in the high E string and the D string, but you got your third finger on the D string on the 2nd fret. So, and the next one, you're doing the exact same picking, so that high E string and the 3rd string, the D string. So, then with this, your left hand, the 2nd part, you just move your 3rd finger, same fret, but on the E string instead of the D, and pluck exactly the same. So, that's it. 2nd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then your 2nd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the A string. 3rd finger goes on the high E string on the 3rd fret. You just go down. So exactly the same thing. Pluck the same strings, same position, but just down a fret. And for that bit, just an open E. No, nothing on this hand. Then you form a D7 shape, and you play the A string as your bass note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the same chord again, don't change, but your bass note is now the D string. And then a G. So I'll just do all that bit again. So, why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. And then F sharp minor. I said B7, and then it's pretty much the same thing again. Something wrong, now I long for yesterday. And then for the last bit of that day, it's just bass note, G chord, bass note on the low E string, and then you pluck at the same time with your 1st finger. I hope that's making sense. And then coming up towards the end of the song now. Yesterday. Again, start with the yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. And then the last bit, literally the ending, you got your little finger on the 3rd fret and high E string, and then your 3rd finger just next to it, same fret but on the B string, and you're just going to pluck them two together, like you can sort of see there. Yeah, so for this bit, just them two, and them 2 strings you pluck together. So, swap your 3rd finger for your 2nd finger on the B string, keep your little finger where it is, then down another fret with your 1st finger on that B string, and then you just sort of hammer on from your 1st to the 3rd. So, some people play it with also the G string, so which again, that could be how you played it, that's fine, it's up to you, whatever you find easier, but both sound, both sound fine. So yeah, just like that. you got it. That's yesterday. If there's any questions or if you're unsure about any parts, because it's like I say, it's really hard to teach guitar, especially when all I've got in front of me is a camera. So if there's any bits you're unsure of or any bits you want me to like go over with you, just comment it below, and I will try my best to reply back, like, and try and explain parts for you. If you're unsure on anything, basically just let me know. Sorry if it wasn't the best lesson. Hopefully I'll pick it up a bit if I ever do some more. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see you in the next video.